a Saturday, and I'm wearing this Cello t-shirt. Cello is actually a coin, a cryptocurrency coin. Is it okay? It is not listed in Binance, but it's a coin, proposed coin that is going to change the world. And how is it going to change the world? This meme, it's not a meme coin. It's a crypto coin. It's the ideas behind it is that it wants to make the world go green energy, green. Basically, it is going to change our environment from being, manipulated by the humankind, and all that. I acquired it in one of the meetings, or in one of the events that it hosted here. Not it hosted, but it brought here in Moi. And as part of the Google's developers club, so we had to get involved because it involved cryptocurrency development, like decentralized apps or decentralized chain, decentralized coins, all sorts of those cryptocurrency, all the same. It doesn't matter. That is what happened. So I got a t-shirt in those events. They were giving merchandise, and I was lucky because I asked a question. I asked a very simple question. What is the difference between Web 2 and Web 3? Because it was not making sense. I had to ask the question. Anyway, that aside, I wanted to talk about something else. I wanted to okay. Let me. This is what I concluded when I was reading this Bible verse. When you cannot move the ship or the boat on the sea, move the sea. So I was reading this. Okay, I hope it's clear. When you cannot move the ship or the boat, move the sea. All right. I don't know if it has something. So I was reading this Bible verse from, is it John chapter 11 verse, is it 25? Jesus is saying that if you believe in me, you will not die, you will have light. I'm just paraphrasing, I cannot remember the word exactly, but it was talking about that I'm the light. Is it I'm the light? Okay, I'm the light is from another verse, I think, but it is in the same context. If you believe in me, you will have eternal life. If you believe in me, you will have light in your life. If you believe in me, you will live forever. Now, I read the verse. Remember, when I get the suggestion for that verse comes in the Bible app, I usually go deeper and read the whole chapter of it, so that I get a bit of context. People nowadays use some Bible verses against for their own ego, so that they can suit their own ego or to prove a point to other people. But I've learned over time to just know the context in which the verse comes from, so that at least you can judge on it. You can now personally judge yourself on whatever you are looking for. So it is at this time. Let me talk slowly. When I talk fast, I usually mix up our words and I'm not able to speak correctly. So let me speak slowly. You see, but I have to learn to control my tempo, like the speed of my speech, because it plays a very important role. How you deliver your speech. I even struggle a lot when I am making these tutorials for MaxiPy. By the way, today I'm making almost the last tutorial. I'm making a branch. I'll be talking about branching and contributing to GitHub. In today's tutorial, I'm loving it. I'm explaining branching using Mustafa. Mustafa is a character in the explanation in which I'll be using so that I can explain branching. Okay, before I proceed to whatever I was saying, whatever. So I was talking about. I'm about to talk. Actually, I have done part of the video. This is branching to me. There's Mustafa who lives in a certain town, a small town, and is a renowned and amazing chief chef who's known to be creating so tasty meals. So he owns this kitchen, and also ahead or near it is another restaurant. It's actually his restaurant. All right. So he takes the students. No, he usually receives three internship students in his kitchen so that he can teach them how to cook. These are catering students, and how I'm explaining this Git concept is that one day Mustafa decides that they will be cooking pizza, and now Mustafa will be showing these students how to cook pizza. Now I want all these people all these students are to contribute in making this hear me saying MaxiPy pizza. They are about to make pizza, and everyone is to contribute. And how are they to contribute? Everyone has to make their own sauce on how they believe that on how they know best. All right. So he gives them the task, and he hands everyone a bowl each, so that they can go and make. He gave them the ingredients, and they are to make the is to make they are to make the sauce. The sauce means that you are adding some taste in whatever. All right, so that is where I've reached. I've done the tutorial up to that point. So so whatever I'm planning, okay, I've actually taken a break so that I can rethink. Okay, he got cut short by low storage again. I did not delete yesterday's videos or diaries. So I really struggle. Okay, my phone is struggling with space now. I had almost 15 or 16 GB free when I don't have any diary in here. So I'm left with some task to make sure I acquire some space, or I free up some space. Yeah, I free up some space. I was talking about Mustafa. So I'm left with the task now to figure out what is the next part of the story, so that branching can make sense. So what I've been thinking when I was coming here, I'm at school right now, the school field. Today I decided to come here so that I don't have money to buy internet today. Boy, I even don't know how but thank God the Wi-Fi is on in school, so I'll just upload the and I've come to take advantage of that. I collect the resources that I need to make for the animation of that Mustafa and his students, and the sauce and the pizza, all that. um so yeah, I decided to come here so that I can do the next. Actually, even upload this video, this diary. I call it a video instead of diary. I upload this diary of mine as I'm scrolling through the. I'll make AI images through the plans. All right. What do I need to do? Oh, figure out the next part of the story. And as I was coming here, I came up with this ingenious idea. I was just moving. I realized, wait. I was to end that story there. Everyone to make their source so that they can explain branching, but it did not make sense. I automatically find myself speaking very fast. I'm supposed to talk slowly. I don't know. I really struggle a lot. Okay, hear me out. So the idea that came into my mind when I was walking, I want to make sure that one of these three students, one of their souls got poisoned. All right, and as what the students did is that they went to Mustafa and told them, "Oh, my sauce has just been spoiled. There has been poison in my nini." And so Mustafa takes action, raka, faster. And now, what happens is that, okay, from that, I leave the story from that. And now, I introduce the concept of branching from that point. From that tragic incident. So, I explain what is branching. Branching means you make a version of someone else's work so that they cannot affect the main work. Alright? Okay, I'm having a hard time to explain this. This animation, I'm trying to describe the animation. Anyway, let me struggle so that I can really get it. So, they tell Mustafa, and Mustafa takes some action. He decides to pour it on the dustbin because it could have affected the main source. And there are customers who are waiting for this pizza so that they can eat. It is their lunch. It is their, they are hungry. And if you could have, if Mustafa could have incorporated the sauce to the main, the main sauce, the main food. Sauce is just a sweetener. So, if you could have just done that, the customers would have fallen sick, or even the customers, and it will really have destroyed the reputation that he had. So, what Mustafa needs to do is that they need to come. Okay, they had to take some action, and now from there I can explain my concept of Git branching. So I'll talk about the Git branching, but there I'll have a very nice time even explaining Git. What I'll do is that I'll explain that when branching, you're just basically making a good version, actually a different version from the main project. Okay, another version, the version of yourself, or whatever you want to. Okay, what you are doing is that you are making a version of the original project. but now you don't want it to affect the main project. So you have to make the new project for yourself, then you make changes and then you push without necessarily affecting the main nini. So that is how it's done. You can see how ideas come when you really love your work. So I guess this will be the last tutorial. After I show people how to contribute to a GitHub project, I guess Git tutorials for beginners and slow learners will be done. For dummies and slow learners will be done. I think that's the end. After now that now I get into TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and my aim is that I want to get subscribers. By the way, I've not said this. You know, I checked yesterday and I noted that there's another subscriber that I added from my work. I'm very happy. I'm very happy from this progress, bro. You know, YouTube tells you +2 in green. You feel like jumping up and down in celebration. I'm actually happy. I'm actually proud of myself, the work that I'm doing, because I know it's the real me. I'm talking about tech, talking about something I love, something that I care about. Yesterday I was seeing this the journey of McQueen. This guy that is it Brown McQueen, McLee or McQueen? The guy who has 80 million subscribers and reviews tech gadgets. Oh, Brownlee something. Brownlee McQBH. Brownlee. Whichever he is. But I saw now he was describing that he did almost 100 videos, and by that time he had 79 70 was it 75 79 subscribers. Like at that point, if he could have given up on his dream, because he loved tech, he loved to review tech gadgets. Imagine he could have quitted that thing. Right now he could not be talking about him having 18 million subscribers in YouTube. But that journey really, I don't know. I saw it as one of the TikTok videos or shorts. I don't know how. But it came in at the timely time. It was yesterday that I was talking about. Was it? I was talking about. Yeah, I was celebrating yesterday's or progress. All right. It's funny. It came in at the timely time, at a timely manner, and I'm now able to, the psych that I had yesterday. There are these kids who are playing on the field. So there are these kids who are playing in the field. I was just waiting. Anyway, I was talking about. Yeah, it came at the right time when I needed motivation. What you need to do is just do what you love, and keep on pushing, keep on creating every day. Keep on creating, keep on improving. You find yourself there at one point. And by the way, I actually subscribed the channel through MaxiPie's channel. I subscribed to his channel because I guess he's an inspiration to me. This is the guy that I want to make, someone who really talks soft. And okay, he speaks fast, but not in that fast tempo. He knows how to control it. So he was called to give a graduation speech to some people who are graduating, and he started by Um, um, as a large language model, I cannot. And immediately he said that. He got me rolling. That is how ChatGPT gives or outputs its answer. That's how it output sometimes when you ask it. As a large language model, I cannot give human whatever. Well, that was amazing. I saw that and I subscribed to the channel. He's, he inspires me a lot. He inspired. Okay, I knew him, but okay, this guy. You reviews some tech gadgets. Anyway, I did not take so much interest in whatever he was doing. So yeah. Okay, back to my main point. I was talking about Jesus. So John chapter 11 is talking about Lazarus dying. Alright? So, and Jesus was away. Jesus is somewhere. He knows very well. Lazarus is sick. He's receiving information. He's receiving intel that Lazarus is sick, and he knows very well. This guy is going to die. I know that he's going to die, and through that, you remember the day that I talked about. Wait, by the way, wait, kidogo. Before I proceed, I want to comment about people who are coming to my channel. Okay, the other day I talked about my wife. I was on the field. I was on the part of the world where I was doing that diary. I usually do diaries on two places, either here or on that field where you usually find me. So I did that diary of marital status. I was talking about the picture, or I was picturing my wife and how I want her to come. I want how I want this personality that I can interact with. So I got some views, and there's something that is I'm really questioning. Why are people coming to my channel yet I don't talk professionally here? I just pour my thoughts. I pour whatever I'm speaking about in this channel. I basically talk about my feelings and my life in a recap. I don't know why people are coming to see my videos. So far, that video has garnered of 4 views, and usually I know when some visitors come to see my videos, it usually happens this way. When I upload a video, I do not watch it, so it is at 0 views. Alright, is that clear? It is at 0 views. When someone comes, I will definitely know someone has watched my videos. So it has gathered almost 4 views, and I'm sure it is counting till now, and I'm wondering why. By the way, I said the other day, I'm not here for the views, but I think at some point I'll do only one video and I find even millions of views in this channel, whereas I don't want it. And glory, talk of glory, when you have favor or glory, usually things happen to you in a manner that, wait, I don't have intentions to monetize this, so I don't want views. So if you are watching, I'm sure even someone will watch this. But they should be crafting my YouTube titles in a way that it doesn't attract Nini. When someone searches something, it will not be brought as a result. Because I'm wondering how I'll handle that. This is my diary. How will I take it when many people, millions of people come to watch? Bro, I don't want that. I don't want that. Because again, whatever I've been talking about here, it will bring me to trouble. Because I've mentioned to people. Hmm? And when I meet them again, it will be another what? How will I get myself out of this mess that I've got myself into? Anyway, whoever is watching, don't please, if you are watching, just watch the 2 seconds of this video and leave, because I don't talk about necessary things that can help you. I just talk about my thoughts. I really wanted to talk about that. I wanted to comment about it. So back to the story. I've deviated. I have many stories today. By the and I didn't have something to talk about today. So I just figured out, let me talk about this Jesus. Okay. So Jesus knows that this guy is about to die. He knows, he's sure about that. And he's waiting for them to die. So he tells his disciples, they are in this village called Arrhythmia or something. It is a village that is near the wilderness. And 4 days later is when he decides to go to the city. Is it Beth what? I don't remember that town where Lazarus lived. Anyway, Lazarus had a big sister. Okay, had some sisters. I'm not sure about big or small. Martha, and Mary. So Jesus is in this village in the wilderness, hiding from these people who are about to kill him, the Pharisees. There's the king who is looking for him. So he decides, hey, let me hide with my disciples, because it's any time that I leave killed. So he decides to go to this place, and this is where he tells his disciples, okay, we have all heard that Lazarus is very sick, and Jesus talks in, okay, not in parables per se, but symbolic. He's telling them, okay, we are going to Beth. I don't remember that place where Lazarus lived. It's a small town. So we are going to that place, and Jesus knows very well that he is dead. 4 days later, he is dead. Alright? He tells the disciples, okay, you have heard that Lazarus is very sick. Lazarus is just sleeping. So I don't know, the wind has started again. I heard myself talking the other day, and my microphone was suppressed. The voice was not clear. So today I have to do to make it easy for my voice to be heard. So he tells the disciples Lazarus is just sleeping. So the disciples did not get that he's talking about Lazarus being dead. Alright? Now, there's this. So they decide to go to. Okay, before I move on with this story. The disciples, no one gets what he's talking about. Maybe they are assuming that he's talking about the sleep. Jesus decides, apana. Let me just tell them the truth. He said it directly, Lazarus is dead. And I'm sure the disciples were What did you just say? Come again. Come again. Rewind selector. Come again. And I'm sure he repeated, Lazarus is dead. I guess the Bible doesn't give a context of what happened really. What was the reaction for the disciples? But as you can guess, you as a human being, what can you do? He's dead. It is silence. Okay, the first word what will come to your mind? Lazarus is dead. What? And then silence. But I'm sure Jesus broke the knee, but he was saying this very jokingly. He knew that he was just sleeping. He was dead. So they decided to go to that town or to Lazarus' place. And they reach that place. And Martha is outside. Is it Martha or Mary? It should be Mary. Mary goes out to go and meet him, and it was a distance before he reached the home. And Jesus decided that, the disciples, by the way, before I reached to that Mary, at that instance when Mary was describing this Nini. So what? So the disciples ask him, okay, you want to plan to go to Nini, and there are people who are looking for you so that they can kill you. How will you manage that? So Jesus tells them, in a day there are 12 hours of day, like there is light, like right now there is light, and now there are 12 hours of darkness. A man moves. Okay, when you want to walk, you can definitely walk in the day. When you want to walk in the night, no one will see you. And that was the end of the conversation. I'm sure they got it. He was actually indirectly telling them that we'll move in the night so that you cannot be seen. Jesus was behaving like this thief. Surely thieves steal in the night where no one can but I'm not saying that he was a thief. And we get funny interpretation from the Bible. People usually interpret some things in the Bible and they're like, okay, where did you get that Jesus will come as a thief? It means that they'll come unintended for. That is what it basically means. Not as a thief, like he comes wearing a mask and he's holding a gun on his hand. No. Let me not deviate from the story. Anyway, so I have described it, and they went, and Mary meets them. She's very worried. She calls him my Lord. Lazarus is dead. If you could have come 2 days from now earlier, you could have saved him. But now Mary has complete trust in him. I guess Jesus said something very controversial. I think he said, do you believe in me? Yes. That was enough answer. I guess he asked a very relatable answer. Do you believe in me? Yes. Mary responds, it was actually not the conversation that I'm trying to, make up. Mary tells him, you have the power, you have the ability. Whatever you tell God and gives you, he'll give you. I believe in you. Alright. So some rumors go to the house. It is not a distance from where Jesus was. So some rumors reach mother in at home. He's mourning with the other people who had come from, is it Jerusalem? I'm not sure about that. So they had come to mourn with him. So she hears that Jesus is around. Oh my goodness. Have you ever had someone becoming crazy because there is someone around? No, that is mother for you. He decides to, oh my goodness, he rushes out of the house first. I don't know how it can be funny when you see some ladies. Okay, this but I don't think Israel is asleep. I could have imagined that mother was this big mother from Africa. Usually, African ladies or mothers have this big size. They are the sons are eating me, but they are biting me. So mother rushes out. He goes to see this Jesus and start to complain. Were it okay? They start to regret. Were it not for you coming to, if you could have come 2 days before, you could have saved my nini. He asks, it is almost a similar question, but it is another question. Do you believe in me? Yes. I want you to take me to the tomb where Lazarus has been has been, has been kept. Here, that's a question. Do you believe in me? Yeah. They go to the tomb. Jesus commands the people or the men. I'm sure that it is the men who opened that tombstone, tomb door stone. Okay, tomb door that was made of stone. All right. So I'm sure it was the men who okay. He ordered for the door to be opened, and he's like, aha. Okay, but he has laid here 4 days dead. Was it 2 days or 4 days? Whatever. That's not my point. And my brain is not a warehouse for facts. I pick lessons. So, he tells Nini, mother. Okay, he commands, let this Nini be opened. Mother starts to complain. Oh, do you not believe in me? I do. So open the Nini. And what? The tomb is opened. The tomb door is opened. And is it the tomb or the tomb? Or the grave? Whichever it is, as long as it is making sense. Now, let me change the phone. Let me hold it in this other hand. So, the tomb door is opened, and what happens is that there's a I'm sure there's a stinking smell that comes out of the nini. And the way people are weeping, Jesus also wept. Before now, he asks the nini. This time, Jesus died. Jesus cried. You're like, Jesus crying. You can picture Jesus crying. I'm sure the morning made the people to, oh yeah. No, I become emotional, and Jesus wept. He cried anyway. So, the gangster that he was, imagine he cried. So, I'm sure you're not comfortable. People looking at me. There's this shepherd who is at this field. At this field, and he's looking at me, suggesting. I'm really not comfortable when people are looking at me. So what does he do? Let me continue the story. So at this instance, when the door is open, Jesus decides to open or even make a prayer of thanksgiving to God. He tells him, "Thank you, Lord, for hearing me out." That was a very short prayer that he did. Imagine that is what he said. He did not even pray for, I pray for Nani to wake up. I pray for that. Now, this brings me to the point that I'm about to make. What does he say? Yes, thank you that you have heard me. And he stops there. That is the words from his prayer. What he does next is that he said, "Lazarus, come out." So someone who was dead comes out of this tomb. He has this white. Can you call it white? Okay, what is the name of this thing? The white robes. White robes. I'm not sure about the name. It's not actually the name, the actual name. So I just use it anyway. So he has these white robes, and I'm sure he's smelling. People are weeping. People are crying. People are, there's all things that are happening. And voila, Lazarus decides to come out of the nini, and people are amused. They're like, "This is a ghost," and I'm sure some people ran away. I'm sure some people ran away. And from that instance, when just Jesus decides to, not at any point that Jesus, we are told that he made a prayer so that he specifically saying that Lazarus wake up. What happened is that it is the faith that Jesus had in his father. We are told that it is father, and I questioned the other day, where is it? Okay. Watch the other diaries and you will understand what I'm talking about. It is in one of the Saturdays. It is in one of the Saturdays. This wasp, when it just stings you, you have a story to tell. I wish I could have taken a camera. There's this lady who is struggling to run in a hill, in a slope. Anyway, as a man, you just like looking at the behinds moving. As men, we are just visual, and as women, they are. Anyway, forget it. I'm talking about Jesus not making a prayer. We did not hear that he made a prayer in that village he was living in as before he came to this Lazarus place. We did not hear any. The Bible does not give us any detailed information about it. Jesus reaches there and his faith works. Now think about it on the context of whatever saying that also, not the saying, but whatever. The saying that I started with, when you cannot move the what? When you cannot move the waters or the sea, or when you cannot move the boat or the ship, just move the waters or the sea. So, in this context, Jesus he saw that, prayers can work, but it will really not have impact in whatever I'm about to prove. So he gives a prayer of thanksgiving to God, and he continues that way. So he lets his faith, his hope, okay, not of hope, his faith in God, to wake up this guy called Lazarus from the dead. And that is what happened. People are like, okay, how did that even happen? He says a thanksgiving, not that he asked for anything, but he tells God, whatever I have, Nini, you have heard me. I'm sure he was talking about the voices in his head. I want this Lazarus to wake up. This was actually, the Bible might not necessarily tell us what happened, but I'm sure it is a conversation that was in Jesus' mind or head. Because tell me why this thing can just happen miraculously that way. And the Bible does not tell us. When the Bible tells us, it gives a bit of context on whatever is happening. So he uses faith against, so that he can prove that God is living. He's the Son of God. And from that scenario, I guess the whatever thing that I was using makes sense. And that's the end of the diary. Until tomorrow. Remember, if you cannot move, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, adios.